Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, this week, right? This week we have, why you got Kaaba at your name, Sophia. This week we have, Maimuna also is here. Maimuna, you put your own names lah. I don't know if it's your name or that is your mother's name. Right. Maimuna, Khaira is here. Maimuna, Khaira, Sophia. Okay. This week we have class today, we have class tomorrow. Then I heard that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is all, there's no school, right? You all have no school, right? On Tuesday, on Wednesday, correct or not? Have school or don't have school?
Don't have school but have homework.
Have work. Alamak. Never mind, but don't have school, right? The important thing is don't have school, right? Don't have school. So that means I can tell you all stories on today, tomorrow, and Monday, and Tuesday, and Wednesday. Because don't have school, what? Right? Can continue our storytelling, right? So I will continue, okay? I'll continue the storytelling today, tomorrow, and Monday, and Tuesday, and Wednesday, inshallah. Okay, here come. Let us start with let's see our checklist. Okay, does I want to do the poll. How to do the poll? I know how to do the poll. Where's the poll? Okay, who can put your adab score out of 8? How many do you have? You can just tick which one. Do you see coming out? You see coming out the adab score? Then you can
No.
tick how much is your adab score? What is your adab score? How many do you get out of out of 8? You know how to do or not, the adab score? Can you all see? Can you all see the adab score? You all know how to click. You how many out of 8? Like, have you prayed subuh? Do you all pray subuh today? Inshallah pray subuh, right? Have you all bathed? Maybe not yet. Because 7 o'clock, right? We haven't even bathed yet. Wudu? Yeah, just now pray subuh,
I
that means
bathe
still got wudu,
already.
right? Oh, bathe already. Wow, mashallah. 7 o'clock bathe already. So good. Then you can tick. Right, pray subuh, tick. Bathe, tick. Wudu got not? Wudu got not? I want to tick this one. Use what? Use this colorful thing. Okay. Pray subuh must tick. Okay. Pray subuh. Yes, inshallah, tick. Bathe, tick or not? Yes, tick. Wudu, tick or not? Yes, inshallah. Siwak, got or not? Inshallah. Got siwak. Then let's see. Aurat covered. Aurat covered or not? Are you wearing tudung, wearing telekung? Yeah, can. Aurat covered. Sit up and facing Qibla. Facing the Qibla now. Where is the Qibla? Inshallah. I am sitting up and facing the Qibla. Nice smells. Got any atar? Any nice smells?
See, I'm
If
facing the key.
you face Qiblat or you face the door. And good manners. Okay, facing Qibla or not? Yes. Good manners? Yes, inshallah. Then you can give yourself 8 upon 8. Full marks. Smiley face, smiley face, smiley face. You can give yourself 8 upon 8. Okay. Okay, let's do our siwak dua, okay? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. اللهم بيض به أسناني وشد به لساتي وثبت به وشد به لساتي وثبت به لهاتي وأصلح به لساني وأثني عليه وبارك لي فيه يا رب العالمين آمين. Okay. Selamat datang. Okay, kami zul awal selawat penipuan atar. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammadin al-Tayyibil Mutayyib al-Habibil Muqarrab wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa balighna bijahihi kulla maqsudin wa maqlab. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala سيدنا محمد الطيب المطيب الحبيب المقرب وعلى آله وصحبه وبلغنا بجاهه كل مقصود ومطلب اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد الطيب المطيب الحبيب المقرب وعلى آله وصحبه وبلغنا بجاهه كل مقصود ومطلب Okay, let's start our dua before studying. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay. نويت تعلم وتعليم وتذكر وتذكير والنفع والانتفاع والإفادة والاستفادة والحث على التمسك بكتاب الله وسنة رسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم ودعاء إلى الهدى ودلالة على الخير ابتغاء وجه الله ومرضاته وقربه وثوابه سبحانه وتعالى مع لطف وعافية برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم إنا نسألك علم لدني ومشرب صافي الهاني يا وهاب يا غني. اللهم إنا نسألك علم لدني والمشرب صافي الهاني يا وهاب يا غني. اللهم إنا نسألك علم لدني والمشرب الصافي الهاني يا وهاب يا غني. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين. الفاتحة. كم الفاتحة؟ أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Amin. Amin, amin, ya Rabbal Alameen. Okay, Alhamdulillah. We're going to do three of these salawat. This is a special salawat for this month of Rabiul Awal. Special salawat. We're supposed to do it 3,000 times. Alhamdulillah, I have done it already. 2,800 times already. We have 200 more to go. Today is 100 and tomorrow do 100 and we finish 3,000 times. Okay, supposed to do 3,000 times in this month of Rabiul Awal. Okay, but now I'm not going to do 100, later on. Now I will do three. Okay, we'll do three of this. So inshallah, we do our very best how much we can do. Okay, this long salawat from Habib Umar. Can we read? اللهم يا خير الناصرين أسألك بك أن تصلي وتسلم على عبدك وحبيبك سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه صلاة تنصرنا بها بما نصرت به المرسلين وتحفظنا بها بما حفظت به ذكرى يا قوي يا متين. اللهم يا خير الناصرين أسألك بك أن تصلي وتسلم على عبدك وحبيبك سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه صلاة تنصرنا بها بما نصرت به المرسلين وتحفظنا بها ما حفظت به الذكرى يا قوي يا متين. اللهم يا خير الناصرين أسألك بك أن تصلي وتسلم على عبدك وحبيبك سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه صلاة تنصرنا بها بما نصرت به المرسلين وتحفظنا بها بما حفظت به الذكرى يا قوي يا متين في كل لحظة أبدا أدد خلقي ورضا نفسي زنة عرشي ومداد كلماتي. Can remember last time we made our intentions of why we want to learn all these stories, try to gain more. So today is recap, okay, because the last 5 days of these classes, okay, because Rabiul Awal actually the birth month of Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's birth month, the whole month we celebrate his birthday. So not just his birthday, but we celebrate the whole month, like one whole month of Rabiul Awal. And actually, we should celebrate one whole year and every single day in our life, we should celebrate that Allah give us our beloved Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So I'm going to recap this month or these few days. I'm going to recap because there are 5 more days, okay? 5 more days, and then we finish the classes. Like for this year, maybe next year we have more, right? So we have Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, okay? Until the PSLE PSLE marking days, right? Until Wednesday. Okay, so we remember want to revise. We intend to gain more knowledge about Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam so we can love him more. We want to go to Jannah with Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and all the Muslims. And you want to see him in your dreams, which is 2 points. You want to be close to him and see him in the dunya in this world, and you want to see him in the akhirat. And you want to copy the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam on how he treated children, on how he is with children, and everybody else, and even how he was with animals. When animals ran to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they loved Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You want to share this knowledge with your friends, so you can tell whatever stories you learn here. You can tell your friends lah, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your father, tell your mother, tell your sister, tell your brother. I tell them more and more stories. You can even do it like how I do. You can draw on the whiteboard. You can draw on a notebook. And you can tell them the stories, right? You can tell more and more people stories about Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so more people will love and follow him sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And you intend whatever Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the people from before have intended. Right? Pious predecessors means good people who lived long time ago, right? Whatever they have intended. Went to the story of his birth, like when he was born, about his mother passed away at Abwa. Remember the story about his grandfather looked after him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, until he was 8 years old. And he had a special place next to the Kaaba of his grandfather. Nobody was allowed to sit there, but Nabi Muhammad sallam was allowed to sit there because the grandfather knew that he is going to be a very special person who would change the whole world. And the whole world will be changed because of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When his grandfather passed away, his poor uncle looked after him. But his poor uncle had many children and he was very, very poor. Right? But they all knew that whenever Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam would sit with them, right, the food will never finish. MashaAllah. And then and then Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was someone who was very thoughtful. He really cared about other people since he was a young boy. Even, I didn't tell you the story of Halimatul Sa'diyah this time around, right? But usually I'll tell the story of Halimatul Sa'diyah. Halimatul Sa'diyah, right? When she took Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he was a baby, right? And she carried him, right? Her milk came out. So much milk came out. At first, she had no milk inside her. Inside her body, at first there was no milk, right? Because she was so poor and she was so skinny. There was no food. She had no food. So when her baby wanted to drink milk, there was no milk. No milk came out of her. There was no milk, right? But when she helped Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, she carried Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and she hugged Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he was a baby. Suddenly, so much milk came out of her, and Nabi Muhammad SAW only drank from one side. And then when she wanted to give Nabi Muhammad SAW the other side, Nabi Muhammad SAW didn't drink it, and he's a baby, he pointed to Sayyidah Halim al-Sa'diyah's son, who was also a baby. He pointed to the son, and if she saying that it's for his brother. He doesn't want to drink all the milk. Half he will drink, and half he left it for his brother to drink. Since he was a baby, he was already sharing. MashaAllah, right? Since he was a baby, he already knew how to share. To share. Don't take all. Take half, and your brother must take half. Don't take all the milk. Right, MashaAllah. And since he was a young child, a young boy, when he was 6 years old, 7 years old, 8 years old, 9 years old, he will already work to earn money to give his uncle, the poor uncle, right? No money. He will go out and he will tell the people of Mecca, let me look after your goats. Then you all pay me a bit. Give me some money. I can help my uncle. Very thoughtful and very selfless, right? The most taught you all these words, thoughtful and selfless. He's very thoughtful, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He will always think about other people and very selfless, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That he will never think about himself. He will think about everybody else, and if everybody else was okay, right? And then this one is about even him being selfless. Remember the story? You remember the story or not? You remember what the story is about? This one is the one, the woman who sewed the shit. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. My recording stop pula. Right. Um, and the woman who showed pula, who sewed, they sewed. Is it being recorded? Can I? Okay. Right. The woman who sewed the shirt for Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Remember the story? And he wore it. He had no other clothes. He would wear a sarung only, and a very old, shirt that he had. Very, very, very old. He only had one shirt. That was all he had. And a woman in Medina, she sewed a beautiful garment, a beautiful shirt for Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he wore it, and he looked so handsome, right? In the shirt. Remember the story? Right? And then he came out, and everybody was amazed. Wow, he looks so handsome. Like, because Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is a handsome person. He's a very handsome person, right? And when he wore something that was very nice, he looked even more handsome. Everybody would stare at him, right? And then remember that one man, this guy over here, he asked Rasulullah to give him the shirt. He said, "Ya Rasulullah, give it to me." And then Nabi Muhammad said, "Okay." He just said, "Okay," and give him something brand new. He gave to the guy something brand new that was sewed for him. Everybody was scolding the guy. "Why are you asking Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? You know he never says no. He will always say yes. Whoever who asks him for anything, he will always say yes. Can you ask him?" And the man was like, "No, I want to ask him. I have my reasons." And actually, the man's reason is that when he passed away, he wanted people to cover his body in the shirt of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam so he can go to paradise. That was his reason. And remember the story about the cloud that followed Nabi Muhammad SAW around, right? And Bahira, right? Bahira, the monk, right? The one who was waiting. He lived in the desert and he was waiting for the last prophet to come. And he saw Nabi Muhammad SAW. And when he saw Nabi Muhammad SAW, he asked Nabi Muhammad SAW a few questions, and Rasulullah SAW could answer all of the questions that Bahira asked him, all of the questions. In fact, Bahira was testing him, and Bahira said, "Let me ask you, right, by the mim, ha, mim, dan." Okay, you all must know how to write the name of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, Muhammad, Muhammad. Okay, learn how to write the name of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Right, nicely. Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I remember Bahira, and when he saw Rasulullah from afar, he saw the cloud. There was a cloud, and there was a group of people. There was actually a group of people traveling, and Nabi Muhammad sallallahu was one of them, traveling with a group of people. From afar, he saw the cloud, and he knew, right, that the last prophet was amongst this group of people, these travelers from Mecca. There was the last prophet was there, and he had asked them, "Come into my house, come into my house, have a meal, come, have a meal. All of you, not a single person should be left outside." But they all left Nabi Muhammad SAW outside because he's a young boy. He's not important. He is a young boy. We are the adults. The adults are important. The small boy is not important. Let him look after our things and our camels outside. So when they all came in, Bahira couldn't see who is the last prophet. He couldn't recognize. He looked at everybody's faces. He couldn't see where is the light of the prophet. And he asked them, "Do you all leave anybody outside?" And they said, "Nobody important. There's just one small boy outside looking after our things." And then Bahira said, "I told you everybody should come. Everybody should come to my to this meal. Everybody should come. You're not supposed to leave anybody outside. Go outside there, go out now and ask that small boy to come in." And when Nabi Muhammad SAW came in, straight away Bahira was so amazed. He knew it. He could see the face of Nabi Muhammad SAW. He was only 12 years old. But who here is 12 years old? I think quite a number of you are 12 years old, right? And Bahira could see so clearly, this is the last prophet. There is a light shining from his face. He is amazing. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Was so amazed by Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And he really wanted to ask questions. And so he came and he sat next to Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Nabi Muhammad was a young boy, only 12 years old. And then he asked, "Oh, young boy, I want to ask you some questions. And by the idols, you must answer me correctly." And Nabi Muhammad said, "If you ask me about the idols, there is nothing that I hate more than the idols. I hate the idols." And then Bahira smiled. He was testing. This young boy knows the idols are not God, or does he know that they are God? Because he knows that all the Arabs in Mecca, a lot of them, they pray to the idols, right? By the stones and the wood around the Kaaba. Right? So he was testing. He was testing. This young boy, he knows a lot about the idols. And when Bahira said, "I ask you, by the idols in Mecca, And then Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he frowned his face and he said, "Don't ask me about the idols. I hate them. I hate the idols." And then Bahira said, "Then I ask you by Allah." And Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he smiled. "Yes, by Allah. I believe in Allah. You can ask me about whatever you want to ask me." So he asked and asked and asked so many questions that he knew. Because Bahira was very, very knowledgeable. He knew so many things, asked so many questions. Every single question, Nabi Muhammad SAW answered correctly. Every single one. He knew this is the Prophet. He knew it. Then he wanted to see behind, on the back of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There's a song, do you know the song? بين كتفيه علامة. Like between his shoulders, there is a sign. بين كتفيه علامة. Like between his two shoulders, there is a sign. Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, like when he was born, the angels took him, right? And they put like a chop, like a chop on his skin, right? But it's by the light of the angels. They put a chop on his skin between his two shoulders, on his back, on his back. And this chop, is a chop that says the last prophet. He says it. So when he was born, the angels chop his back, chop his back between his shoulders, and it says the last prophet. And this chop is on his skin, it can't be removed. It's on the skin, right? And people who know Nabi Musa's book and Nabi Isa's book, they know the last prophet has a chop. All the prophets, their chop is on their hand, at their, their wrist. You know what's a wrist? Right, on their wrist. All prophets, their chop is on their wrist. So everybody can recognize, hey, prophet, that is a prophet. That is a prophet. Right? There's a chop on their wrist that shows that they are prophets, right? Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu, his chop is not on his wrist, right? He's more special. His chop is covered, it's on his back. It's on his back between his shoulder blades, is his chop. So Bahira wants to see, can you show me? Can you show me your back? Because he knows where the chop. So can you show me your back? So Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu pulled his shirt down a little bit, and Bahira he saw the chop. Okay, the chop, I want to describe to you, okay, how is this chop? The most beautiful thing. The Sahaba who have ever seen this chop. Right? Some of them have ever seen, they've ever touched it, and they've ever kissed it. Right, on the back of Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Right, those people who have ever seen it, because usually he wears a shirt, right? So nobody really sees it. But only when people want to see it, then he will bring it down and show them. Right. And then so the Sahaba said it was the most beautiful thing they've ever seen in their life. So beautiful. It was not big, like maybe the size of an egg. I know how small an egg is, like the size of an egg. Like it is like a piece of skin that was sticking out, like a bump. It was like a bump on the back of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and there was a beautiful light that was shining from it. And then some Sahaba said there was some hair on top of this chop, and it's called the khatam, the khatamun nubuwa, like the chop of the last prophet. Some said there's some hair, and the hair made up words, right? And the words said the final prophet. The few things in the word can say. Some of them say different things, but to make it easy for you all, is it the final prophet? Right, the hair make up words, right? And so and people saw. So Bahira actually saw the chop, and he kissed the chop behind Nabi Muhammad's back. Then he turned around to the men who were there, all the men who were in the in the group, right? So he turned to them and said, "Who is the father of this boy? Where is the father of this boy?" Then Abu Talib, who was there, Abu Talib said, Me, I am the father of this boy. I am the father." And then Bahira said, "Not possible. The father shouldn't be alive right now. Not possible." See how much he know about Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's all in the books, right? And then Abu Talib said, "You're right. You're right. I am his uncle. His real father has passed away." Then Bahira said, "That is correct. That is correct. His father should not be alive right now." His father should not be alive right now. In the books of Nabi Musa and Nabi Isa, that the father of the last prophet should have died before the prophet was born. Am I not right? And Abu Talib said, you are correct. His father passed away before he was born. You are correct. You know so much about him. So we know everything about him. It's all in our books. Allah told us everything about the last prophet. Then Bahira said, Oh, oh, Abu Talib, I'm going to advise you. And please, Abu Talib, take my advice. And Abu Talib said, What? And he said, Go back to Medina, go back to Mecca right now, Abu Talib. Go back to Mecca right now. I am very afraid for your nephew because there are people in Sham. They're going to go to Sham. It says there are people in Sham who know what I know, and they will be very angry and very jealous that Muhammad is the last prophet. Nabi Muhammad SAW is the last prophet. So but Bahira said, I'm gonna since I'm gonna advise you, okay, Abu Talib. Sincerely, I'm gonna advise you. Take Muhammad and go back to Mecca immediately. Run back to Mecca immediately. Do not go to Sham. Don't go to Sham. In Sham, there are people there. They are called the Jews. There are people there. If they know what I know, and if they see what I can see, and they know that this young boy, the last prophet, they will try to kill him because they don't want him to be the last prophet. They want to be the last prophet. I said, they'll try and kill the last prophet. So they'll try and kill him. So quickly, Abu Talib, go back to Mecca and protect this young boy. He's a special young boy. He's the last prophet. See, Nabi Muhammad SAW uncle all knew. They knew he's last prophet. His grandfather knew he's last prophet. So many people knew he's last prophet. Right, mashallah. So when he was already a prophet, remember the story, right, of Abu Dhar al-Ghifari, right, who came to see Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, right, and then he believed in Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Remember the story whereby Sayyidina Ali brought him home every single morning. Remember, every single night Sayyidina Ali brought him home. Then finally he found Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then he went to the Kaaba and he announced that he was a Muslim. Remember the story? Okay. Today is a bit of recap, okay? I'll tell you one story today. Inshallah, don't worry. I'm not gonna let you all off without telling you one story, okay? And then the last story that last week we spoke about Abad. Okay, today we did a full revision, right? Because we have 5 more days of stories. Today, tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? 5 more days of stories. Okay, so then last week, remember, I told you all about the story of Abad. Then later I can do a quiz for you all, right? Because this story I didn't tell, but today I told. Right. So I can do a quiz for you all on Wednesday. How about that? Right. I want to try and see if I can do the app. You know, the apps here on Zoom. And you all can do this quiz at the same time. Okay. And Saza can see. Maybe I can use the poll. Can right? I can do the quiz at the same time. And you all can play Kahoot. I think you can play Kahoot here on the Zoom. You don't need an extra phone. You can use a Zoom to play Kahoot. Okay, later Saza try and figure out how to do this. Okay. Then so on Wednesday we'll play the game together. Okay, play the game together, right, on the Zoom, and I will see who's the winner. Inshallah, see who's the winner. Right, poll. I cannot see who answers. But Kahoot, I can see. You got school. Alah, why you got school? Okay, then you play later lah. I give you the game later. You can play the game later, inshallah. Okay, we do a Kahoot on another platform. See how to do it. Okay, today's story. Bismillah. About Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam reaching Medina. Story number. I didn't even number the stories properly. You know, I anyhow number my stories. All right. Yeah. Story number one. This is story number one. Story number two. Story number three. Story number four. See, I did anyhow. Everything also I call story number one. Story number five. Right. Story number six. All I call story number one. Story number seven. See lah. Nonsense, right, Ustazah? Didn't call anything, didn't call all the stories properly. Story number eight. Story number nine. See lah. They didn't number it properly. This is number 10. You have put number 5. Okay, number 10. This one is number 11. Story number 11. The new one, not this one. New story today. Okay, story number 11. Let's see what story it will be today. Remember the story of Abad? Who can tell me what happened at the story of Abad? Who can tell Saza? What happened with Abad? Who is this Abad?
Rasulullah put the hand under the goat, then the milk come out.
Wah, clever, Sophia. MashaAllah. Correct, correct. He put the hand under the little, scrawny, skinny, very sick goat who has no milk. This goat has no milk. And in fact, in some stories, they say that it was actually even a male goat, not even a female goat. Male goats are not supposed to have milk. Boys got milk or not? Men got milk or not? Men have no milk, right? Only women have milk. And the goat was not even a female. It was a male. How did the goat have milk? MashaAllah, right? And Ma'bad, what is special about Ma'bad? What is she good at doing? What is Ma'bad good at doing? Who can remember what I told you on? Who can remember what I told you all? What is Ma'bad good at doing? Who can tell me? What is Ma'bad good at doing? What is Ma'bad good at doing? You all can remember or not? What is her special talent? She's very good at this. She's very good at describing somebody exactly. She's very good at that. She can exactly describe a person. And because of her, we have an exact description of the face of Nabi Muhammad SAW because of her. Because she's good at describing. She's very good at describing. So she described Nabi Muhammad so well that today that somebody can hear what she said and they can imagine exactly how Nabi Muhammad SAW looks like. MashaAllah. Okay, today's story is when Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam entered Medina. Naam. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, after traveling so far in the hot desert, and he was aiming to go to Al Medina. Let's draw Al Medina. Right, so Medina is a place that has palm trees. Right, it has palm trees in Medina. We have palm trees. Is a place known for its palm trees. And even in the books of Nabi Musa and Nabi Isa, right, the palm trees in that Allah told them, the last prophet will come to a place that has date palm trees. So they have dates, the dates in the palm trees. The palm trees here and palm trees here. People of Medina, they were farmers. They have farmland. They were farmers. They actually lived between volcanoes. There are volcanoes in Medina. Yeah, there are volcanoes at Medina. Helping me draw, if you can. There are volcanoes at Medina, right? There are volcanoes at Medina, right? And they will have their farmland. Okay. And then can help me draw, can help me draw. Okay. Then the houses are here. Right? If you want to help me draw, you can help me draw. And the houses are made of mud. Like in Tarim. Tarim, the houses in Tarim are all made of mud. All mud houses. So when there is a flood, the houses all get broken down by the water of the flood because it's all made of mud, not made of stone. Right? When mud is hit by water, the mud will become very soft and the house will break. Right? But they all have mud houses in Medina. So the people of Medina were waiting, right, for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to come. Right? They were waiting for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to come. Right? Climbing up on trees, they were searching, they will climb onto the tree and they will sit on the tree and they would look far into the desert. Is Muhammad? Is Muhammad there? His eyes like that. Like, is Muhammad coming? Is Muhammad there? And they will say, they won't say Muhammad. The kafir say Muhammad. They will say, is Rasulullah coming? Is Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam there? Is Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam coming? Can you see him? Can you see him? Then one of them said, yes, I can see him. Look, I can see him. I can see him. One of them pointed, look, I can see him. He's right there. He's right there. They will sit on top of the trees. They climb on the tree. They sit on the trees. And on the far distance, they will see Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam so far because the light of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is brighter than the sun. Oh, can you imagine? Even the sun feels shy of its light because the light of the sun is not as bright as the light of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Oh, Sayyidina Anas was there. Sayyidina Anas bin Malik, he was there with his
I
mother,
know
and
this
he
story.
said, "Oh, you know the story? Amazing story, right? So Anas bin Malik was there. Oh yeah, you all acted this story, right? The K2, you all acted the story of the day Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam came into Medina. It was the best day in their life, or the best day in the life of the people of Medina. So Anas bin Malik, he was there with his mother. Right? And Sayyidina Anas bin Malik, he said that was the best day of their life. And that day was the day when light entered into Medina, and the whole of Medina was shining bright, right, with the light of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The whole of Medina was so bright because Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam had come into Medina. And the mother of Sayyidina Anas, her name is Sulaim. Now, what is her name? Her name is Sulaim, the mother of Sayyidina Anas. She was ready. Everybody had brought a gift for Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, right? But the mother of Sayyidina Anas, you know, what's her gift? Her gift was her own son. She was going to give her son to Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to make her son be a servant to Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and to help him with his work, with his chores. Right? So she was going to give her son to Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam came into Medina, the most beautiful day, the brightest day in the entire history of Medina, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam came. I'm going to draw the camel, okay? Do you see what color? I use orange lah, camel. Okay. The camel of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is called, what's the name of the camel? What's the name of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's camel? You know his animals' names or not? What's the name of his camel? Who knows? Who knows the name of the camel of Nabi
Kaswa.
Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam?
Kaswa.
Qaswa. Well done. Qaswa. That's the name of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's camel. We ask the question. Who knows the name of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's donkey? Like he has a donkey and a mule. Right? Donkeys and mules, they're about the same, but they're a bit different. Right? He has a donkey and he has a mule. Right? What is the name of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's donkey? Do you know his donkey's name? I named my cat that name. Alah. I think donkey is the name. What name of the donkey? My cat is named that name. Huh? Duldul, correct. Duldul. The name of his, yes, Duldul. Name of his donkey. His mule. Anybody knows the name of his mule? Mule is like a donkey. It's like a donkey. What the name of his mule?
Duldul.
You all know the name of Nabi Muhammad's mule? Huh?
Duldul.
Duldul is one of the names. There's another one. Another one, the name is Ya'fur. What's his name? Ya'fur. Okay, there's Duldul and there is Ya'fur. Okay, Ya'fur. Right, the names of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, camel. What's the name of his cat? The cat that comes into his house. And the cat
Kitty.
that slept on his shirt. What's the name of the
Moiza.
cat?
Kitty.
Mu'izza. Not Kitty. Not Kitty. Not Kitty. Kitty is another name. Kitty is not the cat's name. The cat's name is Mu'izza. Yes, Mu'izza is the name of the cat. Okay, all Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's, animal names. Okay, Mim, Ha, Mim, Dal. So the day Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam came into Medina, it was the most beautiful day in Medina. It was the brightest day in Medina. So many people came out and they said, Ya Rasulullah, come to my house. Ya Rasulullah, stay with me. Ya Rasulullah, no, my house. Ya Rasulullah, please come to my house. Ya Rasulullah, no, my house. Everybody was asking that. Everybody was asking, Ya Rasulullah, come to my house, come to my house, come to my house, come to my house. All of them were asking that. And there was a house that was there where all the young girls, because there's so many people there, so many men there, so many people all over the place, right? There was a house that was there, right? And the young girls, you're clever, right? Clever young girls, you all actually this part, right? Clever young girls, they climb on the roof of the house. Little girls, they all came onto the roof of the house. Little girls. See, clever, right? climb on the roof, you can see Nabi Muhammad SAW well. You don't have to sit on the ground and be in the crowd. Went onto the roof and they said, Ya Rasulullah, Ya Rasulullah. They tried to call him. And then onto the roof of the house. Ya Rasulullah, Ya Rasulullah. And then Nabi Muhammad SAW looked at them, little girls on the house, on the roof of the house. Ya Rasulullah, Ya Rasulullah. And then Nabi Muhammad SAW looked at them and they said, Ya Rasulullah, we love you. Right? We love you. So not shy, eh? So from the roof, they told Nabi Muhammad SAW, Ya Rasulullah, we love you. And Nabi Muhammad SAW, he smiled at them and he said, and my heart love all of you too. MashaAllah, right? So sweet Nabi Muhammad SAW, that my heart loves all of you too. He make everybody, Nabi Muhammad SAW makes everybody feel special. He will look at everybody, he will smile at everybody, until everybody everyone thinks that they are his best friend. Everybody will think that. Everybody will think that they are the best friend of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam because he makes everybody feel super special, right, about themselves. But so when everybody said, my house, 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 my house. And there was a man that came out. Oh, who is this man? Let me draw him in blue, okay? They're all Muslims, okay? But I'm using different colors, okay? Because I want to draw everything in green. Later, everything, the whole picture is green color. Right? But they're all prophets, okay? They're all Muslims, Afan. They're all Muslims. Only one prophet. I got the cloud. Yes, that is correct. The cloud is there. Where did the cloud go? There's supposed to be a cloud there. I know the cloud on top of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The cloud follow him around. Okay, so there was a man that came out. He was curious. This man, his name is Abdullah bin Salam. Abdullah bin Salam came out. He was also a Jew, like Bahira. Like Bahira, he was also a Jew. He was curious when people said, the last prophet is here. The last prophet is here. He's coming to Medina. So Abdullah bin Salam, he knew the signs of the last prophet. And he is one of the ulama. Ulama means very clever, very knowledgeable person who knows the signs of the last prophet. He came out to check it out to see if is this really the last prophet or is this man just faking it? Like is he a fake prophet or a real prophet? He came out and he looked. And when he saw the face of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was thinking to himself, what was he thinking to him? It's not a cloud, okay? It's his thoughts. He was thinking to himself, this man, like his face is not what? It's not the face of what? Of, it's not the face, or maybe there's the thing bigger. It's not the face of a liar. Some people can see, in people's faces, if these people are liars, they can tell. Like if you see Abu Jahal's face, confirm this man has the face of a liar. You can see in his face even, right? He's confirmed he's a liar. He's always lying. And Abu Jahl was always lying. Like, a Muslim never lies. A Muslim never lies. Hey, this man is still pointing he's still pointing at the outside, pointing down to Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Abdullah bin Salam came out and he looked at Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and he said, the man on the camel, his face is not the face of a liar. It's the face of a truthful person. When you always tell the truth. Yes, when you always tell the truth, people can see in your face that you're a good person. You always tell the truth. When you always lie, people can see in your face you always lie. They can see, they can see in your face. People can see, they know you're lying, right? But if you always tell the truth, then you have this light in your face. People know, oh, I can trust you. You never lie. You're always saying the truth. Nabi Muhammad SAW was like that. Then the man heard Nabi Muhammad SAW say some rhymes. some very beautiful rhymes. Yeah, Nabi Muhammad was saying some rhymes, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, Ya ayyuhan nas, أفشوا السلام وأطعموا الطعام وصلوا بالليل والناس النيام تدخل الجنة بالسلام. Do you remember or not? Try again, okay? يا أيها الناس أفشوا السلام وأطعموا الطعام وصلوا بالليل والناس النيام تدخل الجنة بالسلام. What does that mean? It rhymes, right? You can see that it rhymes. Last time, Ya ayyuhan nas. Nabi Muhammad's first few words when he came into Medina. First few words, he said these words. Ya ayyuhan nas. Afshu salam wa at'imu ta'am wa sallu bil layli wa nasu niyam tadkhulul jannata bis salam. Which means, oh people, say salams to each other. Say assalamu alaikum. The Muslims say assalamu alaikum. Last time when before Islam came, they all will say good morning, good morning, right? Remember when if you see non-Muslims, you will say good morning, right? Good morning. But if you see Muslims, you will say assalamu alaikum. That is what Allah taught us, right? Say, oh people, say assalamu alaikum. Spread peace. Don't quarrel. Don't fight. You're Muslims. Like, spread peace. وَأَطْعِمُوا الطَّعَامِ. Give food to the poor people. Give food. وَصَلُّوا بِاللَّيْلِ وَنَاسُ نِيَامٍ. And pray in the night when people are sleeping. تَدْخُلُ الْجَنَّةَ بِالسَّلَامِ. You will get into paradise, inshallah, safely. MashaAllah. So he was saying and saying and saying all of these things, and people were listening, and they loved it. They loved it. And so Nabi Muhammad sallam, and they said, Ya Rasulullah, stay at my house, stay at my house, stay at my house, stay at my house, stay at my house. Everybody was saying that, stay at my house, stay at my house, stay at my house. Right? And so Nabi Muhammad sallam said, I will not choose, but I will let the camel choose. See? Because Nabi Muhammad sallallahu does not want to hurt anybody's feelings. Okay? Doesn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So he will say, the camel will choose, Aswa will choose. See? If Nabi Muhammad sallallahu chose, then people will say that, Sila, he chose some people, didn't choose us. He liked some people more than us. They'll feel sad, right? They'll feel sad. He chose other people, didn't choose me, didn't choose my house. How is he going to choose? Everybody is offering their house, right? So many people there. How is it going to be fair? So he said the most fair thing to do, the fairest thing to do is camel choose. Nobody can be angry with the camel, right? Nobody can say, oh, camel bias. Camel is the one who they can't be angry with camel, right? Camel choose lah, right? So Nabi Muhammad said, let the camel be. The camel knows where he's going, where my house should be built. Let the camel choose. So the camel began walking and walking and walking. Imagine the camel is walking, everybody is following this camel. So funny, right? Everybody behind the camel is walking, and some of them tried to lure the camel. You know what is lure? Lure means like this is camel, come here, camel, come here. They tried to pull the camel to their house, but Nabi Muhammad said, do not touch the rope of the camel. The camel has a rope on the neck of the camel, at the mouth of the camel. The rope. Don't touch the rope of the camel. Right? Let it be. The camel's going to choose where's going to the place of the mosque of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the house of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But some of them try to call, camel, come here, camel. But the camel is not listening. He's going to find. She knows where Allah told her to go. So she knows exactly where to go. Okay, later, this man Abdullah bin Salam, right here, this man here. Okay, this special man, I mean, just draw an arrow to him, okay? This special man, right? There's a story about him, okay? I want to tell about him, okay? So later on, the story of Abdullah bin Salam, tomorrow I'll tell the story of Abdullah bin Salam. Okay, he is watching Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he knows this is the last prophet. Confirm. The last prophet is Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There were people who came on that day, and they are not friends. They are enemies. One of them was his name was Abdullah bin Ubay. He is the hypocrite, the munafiq. Now, one of them is the Munafiq, Abdullah bin Ubay. And he was very angry that Nabi Muhammad SAW came to Medina. Do you know why he was very angry? Because just only a few days ago, just only, not his, maybe a few, some time ago, just only some time ago, before Nabi Muhammad SAW came to Medina, who conteng my sky, Rendra sky, is it? Okay. Just some time ago, the people of Medina were super angry, 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 angry. And just some time ago, people of Medina had chosen Abdullah bin Ubay to be the king. In fact, they had already made a crown for him. They already made a crown for Abdullah bin Ubay, and they already chose him. Why his eyes so red? They already chose him to become their king. Why his eyes like one? So angry. Right? They chose him to become their king already. Just some time ago, before Nabi Muhammad came, and Abdullah bin Ubay was supposed to be the king of Medina. They made a crown for him. He was supposed to be in charge. But when Nabi Muhammad came, everybody forgot about him. Everybody forgot that he's supposed to be the king. And everybody say, our leader is Rasulullah. Our leader is Rasulullah. Abdullah bin Ubay was so mad, was so angry, so jealous. He does not want Nabi Muhammad to be the leader. He wants to be the leader. He wants to be the king. But he knows that if he is not a Muslim, then nobody will like him. Because everybody became a Muslim in Medina. So he knew if he does not pretend to be a Muslim, people will not like him anymore. He wants people to like him. He likes to be popular. He likes to be popular. So he pretended to be a Muslim. See, this Abdullah bin Ubay, very terrible person. He pretended to be a Muslim. He is in the lowest, most torturous part of the hellfire. Abdullah bin Ubay. So he came to Nabi Muhammad when Nabi came in, he was like, "Oh, Ya Rasulullah." Oh, he's pretending. He's pretending to be a good Muslim. Ya Rasulullah, I am the leader of Yathrib, of Medina, and you can stay with me. Showing off, just showing off, just showing off. Pretending to be a Muslim, pretending to love Nabi Muhammad SAW, but he does not love Nabi Muhammad SAW at all. He hates Nabi Muhammad SAW. And later on, he will go and plan with the kafir how to kill Nabi Muhammad SAW. But he's pretending to be a Muslim. They're called hypocrites. They pretend to be Muslims, but they're actually kafir inside. Okay. Okay. I stop the class here today, okay? You're also having so much fun drawing on my whiteboard. Everybody's drawing on my whiteboard. Okay. So inshallah, tomorrow we'll continue with the story of Abdullah bin Ubay. What did he do? And we're gonna continue the story of Abdullah bin Salam, two different people, right? And there were also some Jews. Who thing the orange thing? Hey. Then there were some Jews also that came up with Abdullah bin Salam. They were all the Jews. Abdullah bin Salam is a good Jew. He became a Muslim after that. Right? There were some Jews. This is the father and the uncle of Sophia. Sophia is the wife of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Later on, she will marry Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Sophia, her father and her uncle came out to see, is this really the last prophet? And they knew it. They knew he was last prophet. That's how she also knew that Nabi Muhammad SAW is really the prophet, because she heard her father and the uncle talking, and they said that, is he the last prophet? And the uncle said, yes, confirm it, last prophet, confirm. And then the father said, what should we do? Then the uncle said, we will fight him. We will fight him. Why? Why would it? So Sophia, the wife of Rasulullah, she knew that Nabi Muhammad SAW is the last prophet, and she wanted to marry him. And the thought she'll marry him. Okay, come. Okay, stop there, okay? Okay, wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam wa ala chunting everywhere. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Why the girls so big, the men so small, man? Saya nak anak small boy lah. Alah. Okay, sallallahu alaihi wasallam Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Ya Rabbana a'tarafna bi annana iqtarafna. Wa mashallah, Alia put a picture, she drew it out. وأننا أشرفنا على لظى أشرفنا فتب علينا توبة توصل لكل حوبة واستر لنا العورات وآمين راعاتي واغفر لوالدينا ربي ومولودينا والأهل والإخوان وسائر الخلان وكل ذي محبة أو جيرة أو صحبة والمسلمين أجمع آمين يا ربي اسمع فضلا وجودا منا له باكتساب منا بمصطفى الرسول نحظى بكل سور بمصطفى الرسول نحظى بكل سور صلى وسلم ربي عليه عد الحب وآله وصحبه حيدر تش السحب والحمد لله في البدء والتناهي حمدا كثيرا دائم محبة النسيم والحمد لله رب العالمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. سبحانك اللهم بحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد. إيه who cat in the middle of nowhere. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين. Y'all chunting by sana. Okay. Assalamu alaikum. I'm gonna stop share, okay? Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Stop share. Okay. Who wants to stay and listen to the stories?